Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, thank you for joining us today. My name is Chris. Thank you for joining us for this video on learning how to live the more intentional life. Last week in my video, I shared with you how we could use the month of December to prepare for the coming new year so that we could experience the best possible year of our life. Now, if you've missed that video, you can check it out right here, or you can check it out in the description. But today I wanted to share with you a tool that you could use that could help you live the more intentional life and experience the best year of your life in 2025. So let's talk about it. Now, the tool that I recommend you go find and you begin to look at is a tool that will help you track your goals and your habits. There are many apps out there that are habit trackers or goal trackers, but if you've been struggling to keep your goals in front of you, if you've been struggling to do the daily things you need to do to create those good habits, then I highly recommend that you go get a habit tracker or a goal tracker. Back in 2023, which is when I really considered the beginning of my personal development journey, where I really began to live the more intentional life, one of the first things I did is I had learned that successful people read personal development or nonfiction books on a regular basis. And I made the decision that I wanted to read something about personal development or personal growth every single day. And I had tried that in the past and it just never stuck. It never really worked. And so I realized I needed some help. And so I went out and I found a habit tracker. Now, the habit tracker I found, actually, it really came about. I was listening to Jerry Seinfeld one day, and I think it was the riding in cars with comedians, getting coffee, something to that effect. And he was talking about how he grew as a comedian is he would make himself write a joke every single day. And every day he wrote a joke, he would make a big X on a calendar. And he said his goal was don't break the chain, just continue making X's every day. And I didn't think the calendar would work for me, but I went on a search for apps. Now I looked through a number of apps. There's a lot of good ones out there, but the app that I ended up finding that really works well for me, and the one I'm going to review today for you, is the app. It's called Strides. Now, this might not be the one that works for you. I'm recommending you go find a good habit tracker and see if that helps you stay accountable to the things you know you should be doing in 2025. But Strides is the one I found that worked best for me. Now, Strides is a Mac-only app at this time. It is available for iOS, meaning your mobile phone, iPad OS, Mac OS, which is your desktop or laptop, and your watch. And so if you are in the Mac environment and you're in that, this is a great app for you to use. Now, I did find out that they are in the works of creating an Android version of it, and you can go to their website and get on the list to be one of their early adopters as it comes out. I hope that does come out for all you Android users out there, because I think this is a really good app. Now, what does this app do that makes it work so well, at least for my personality? Well, number one is what you do is you can set up different type of trackers. They can be goal trackers or they can be habit trackers. And so what I've set up for my goal trackers, my first one I set up was read a personal development book or something in a personal development every single day. And then I also at the same time set up one, I'm also going to read my Bible every day. And so those were the first two I set up, and I begin to track those. And every day that I read my Bible and I read a personal development book, I check the box. And very quickly, I begin to see the way Strides works is it will tell you what your streak is. You have read this book for 10 days without missing it, 20 days without missing it. And because of my personality, at the time of this recording, I have been reading my Bible and a personal development book every single day for 714 days. That's my streak. So this has been very helpful for me because of the way my personality works. And once I saw how much that was helping me, I mean, there has been times where I was so tired and I was ready to go to bed, and I laid down in bed and I realized I didn't read my personal development book for the day. I didn't read my Bible for the day. I would get up and read it because I didn't want to break the streak. That's how much this has helped me. And after I saw that helped me, I began to look at what else can I track in this app. There are templates for trackers for health, fitness, wellness, productivity, money, education, hobbies, chores, relationships, and business. And there's over 150 templates of different things that people who are endeavoring for personal development will already probably want in there. And even if your thing is not in there, you can make custom trackers. And so this is such a helpful thing. One of the things I also like about this app is you can archive a tracker when you're done with it. And so when I was done with 2023's reading of the 24 books I wanted to read, it didn't stay on my list to make it look like I wasn't reading. It didn't just disappear. I could archive it. So I could go back. Every book I read, I wrote the title of the book when I finished it. And so I could easily go back and see what were the 24 books I read in 2023. What were the 24 books I read in 2024? And then going into 2025, I'll archive 2024 and make a new one. And so being able to archive your trackers, but still have the information is very helpful when you want to look back and say, how much have I grown in this thing? What have I accomplished? Something else you can do that's very interesting is you can tag your trackers. Therefore, you can kind of sort them together. An interesting way you could do this is when we talk about the 10 arenas of life, you could have a tag for each of those 10 arenas. So you could have a tag for financial trackers. I want to be able to save $5 a week, every single week, into a savings or an emergency fund. I want to be able to put away $100 a month into my investment accounts. You can bunch your trackers together by different tags. Because the thing is, if you're going to have an app like this, it has to work for you. It has to be simple. It has to be easy. Has to be something you don't forget. Now, talking about something you don't forget, one of the other things I like is you can set up reminders. So if I had a tracker that I want to drink 8 glasses of water a day, I can set up a notification at certain times throughout the day. My phone will charm, did you drink your water today? And so it's really helpful. It becomes basically an automated accountability. Did you read your Bible for the day? Did you read your personal development for the day? Did you take your vitamins today? The notifications are really good, but they're not intrusive and you can control them. And then there's also a lot of really good reporting. So there's different ways to look at your data. Something else I really appreciate about it is it has a security lock on it. You can put a passcode on the app. So if you're tracking things that you don't want other people to see, you can go ahead and you can put your password in there. So now what about pricing? Well, for this app, it is subscription based. If you do it by month, I think it's $4.99 a month. You can pay annually, which is $29.99 a year, and that just comes out to about $2.50 a month. For what it has helped me accomplish, I think that is an excellent price. I think that's fine. I'm willing to pay $2.50 a month in order to have that accountability, have that view of all my goals and my habits that I'm trying to maintain and to keep and to develop. Seeing that streak, that works so well with my personality. So $2.50 a month, I pay the yearly $30 a year and I keep that going. Sometimes we want to think that we have all the discipline in the world, and it's not so much a lack of discipline, it's just life gets busy. And sometimes you need the reminders to say, hey, remember this was important to you. Remember you're endeavoring to do this. I highly would recommend this app for anybody who's in the Mac space. But if you're not in the Mac space, I highly recommend for this month in December, go out and start trying some of these different habit trackers or these goal trackers and find out what works for you. Get it set up, get your trackers in there. So going into 2025, you're ready to hit the ground running, that you're going to say, I'm going to have the best year of my life. If you want to learn more about living the more intentional life, go ahead and click on this playlist down here. Until I see you again, have a Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year. Go out and live that more intentional life.